Welcome to Fit Tip of the Day. Okay, so we're gonna go over belly bloat, reduction of the circumference of the waist, and how to decrease body fat in the belly. So, unfortunately, you cannot spot reduce. You're predisposed genetically to store fat in certain areas. So if you store fat in the belly, your primary goal is to drop body fat, and it'll come off where it does, and you're just gonna have to keep dropping body fat until you see the fat start to decrease in the midsection. Now there are other things that you can do to decrease the size of your waist and how big the belly is, and that's the food that you eat. So there are 4 things to consider when you are picking foods. Number 1 is soy, 2 is gluten, 3 is dairy, 4 is yeast. So those 4 variables have a lot to do with what happens when you eat food and it digests. Your stomach gets angry and it doesn't like to digest it. So what happens is you get indigestion or digestive issues, and your body doesn't want, or it will digest it, it will push it through, but it'll bloat in the meantime. And so you see this like big belly. So I would recommend that you decrease the amount that you get on a daily basis, 1 at a time. So week 1, I would try to nix dairy and see how that goes. See if you see a difference in how big the belly looks. If you don't see a difference, and dairy probably doesn't aggravate your stomach like anything else does, the following week do that with soy. A lot of dressings and condiments have a lot of soy in it, so try that for a while. If you don't see a difference, try gluten, anything that has gluten in it, and gluten's a protein. It's a lot in bread and stuff like that, so I would nix out the bread or anything processed food that has gluten in it, and see how that goes. And then again, yeast, you know, it's in beer, it's in bread, anything that has to rise when you bake it, it's gonna have some yeast in it, and the same thing happens to you when you eat it. Your belly starts to just, you know, get bigger. So I would try that and see how it goes. Usually it'll make a big difference. Now if you nix it all out at one time, you're gonna go from one extreme to the other. And it's very hard to maintain a diet if you nix it all out. It really limits the what you can eat, and it's not fun. So I would recommend doing it 1 at a time, and you'll see a difference, and you'll know what to avoid, and you'll know when you do eat that food what'll happen. Like this weekend I had a piece of pizza, I had some cookies, I had a flour tortilla, you know, so I knew that I was gonna blow up, and I did, and I looked like I was 9 months pregnant. And it'll take usually about a week for me to get back on my, well, I get back on my plan immediately when I get home, and it'll take about a week for me to see that bloating go down, the inflammation. So my stomach doesn't like those foods. It lets me know, and I can see it, and I don't like it. So in order for me to change it, I have to make the sacrifice. So I don't eat bread, I don't eat dairy, I avoid gluten, I avoid soy, and I don't have yeast, I don't drink beer, so it's not much of an issue for me. And another issue people are having questions with is bikini posing. It is an art. It's not as easy as it looks to go up on stage and pose in positions that your body's not used to. So I'll post a video about that later. Just imagine though, like you're wringing out a rag in the sink. You're gonna twist the rag on the top one direction and the bottom half of the rag in the other direction to get the water out. Same thing you have to do with bikini posing. That middle section ends up looking really little, and that's the goal. The goal is to have a tiny waist, not a huge butt, but a tight round ass, and then shoulders equal in symmetry with the bottom half of the body. So I will go over the posing and how to get into those positions, and flexibility plays a huge role in that, especially if you're a weightlifter and you're really tight. You have to foam roll and stretch so your erectors or your spine is able to twist in that funky kind of way. So I hope this helps you guys, and I will see you on the flip side for bikini posing a little bit later. You guys have an awesome day. Bye.